I'm Allie.
And I'm Becky.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate about functional approaches to whole body health.
In this video, we are going to be talking about how to hack your menstrual cycle with diet, lifestyle, and supplementation solutions.
So there are 4 phases of a woman's menstrual cycle: menstruation, follicular stage, the ovulation, and the luteal phase. We actually have done an entire video on natural solutions for painful periods where we really unpacked what's going on during the first phase of a woman's cycle, or that active menstruation. So you can check out that video up here where we talked about what occurs when we thin that uterine wall, anti-inflammatory support, the importance of building back your iron stores, how magnesium can help with cramping, and the importance of vitamin C. But in today's video, we really want to dig into how we can hack, or how we can use that follicular, ovulation, and luteal phase to the best of our advantage.
Okay, so let's hit that second phase, the follicular phase, and let's talk about what's happening in our bodies there and what we can do to support.
Yes, so your follicular phase follows when your period stops, essentially. So this could be like day 5 or 6 of your menstrual cycle, and we're going to see a elevation of FSH, or your follicular stimulating hormone. We'll also see a pretty remarkable rise of estrogen and testosterone levels. This is a time where your appetite will be suppressed from that estrogen surge, and your basal metabolic rate is going to be the lowest. This is a time when you really want to go and take on new tasks because that testosterone is going to give you a nice surge of energy, and you might do more restrictive eating because of that lower appetite and that lower metabolic rate. So this could be a time when you would employ a bone broth fast, and you could do bone broth to replace some meals to get into a calorie deficit and support weight loss. This would also be an easier time that we'd want to consider starting our 10-day detox. So I have our detox packs here. This is going to be a great time when you can be motivated, have that creative energy to do more new projects, and think of more time in the kitchen when we're not dealing with cravings or higher appetite. So we think of calorie restriction through maybe fasting. We also think that we could do more exercise during this time. This would be a time we'd want to consider more higher intensity exercise. And finally, I would consider taking on new projects during this time. So maybe our Adaptogen Boost, which is supportive for stress-induced fatigue, it's going to further emphasize that vigor and kind of go get 'em type of attitude.
So our next phase is a pretty short phase. We're talking 24 to 48 hours max, and this is ovulation.
Yes, so once that follicular phase helps to drive the maturity of an egg, the egg is released through the fallopian tube, and that actual release is what we call ovulation. You might see a little bit of ovarian cramping, we might see a little bit of that egg white discharge, and the egg that is released has a viability of around 12 to 24 hours. We do know that this is a great time to focus on vitamin C. Vitamin C has been shown to support healthy ovulation and egg health, so especially if looking for fertility. We also think during this time that this is a time when you might be more in the mood. Naturally, we know that there's going to be a little bit more libido surge. We're still seeing a nice amount of testosterone expressed as well as estrogen. And when looking to assess ovulation, we're often tracking our LH, or our luteal hormone, and estrogen. We'll often see for fertility, for instance, urine strips that test your LH and estrogen levels in combination, or maybe just what are called LH strips. So our luteinizing hormone is what's going to be peaking during ovulation and then takes us through that final luteal cycle.
I would also say ovulation is a great time to rock a new outfit, or go for a job promotion, or something that you really have to exude confidence because you're going to be rocking it for that little bit of time.
Yes. And then following our ovulation, we're going into that luteal phase, which is the final and longest phase of a woman's menstrual cycle. So as that luteal hormone peaked during ovulation, it starts to cascade down and progesterone levels start to come up. Now in this luteal phase, this is often when we can start to see energy levels, especially as we get towards the end of the luteal phase, energy levels will start to decline, and our basal metabolic rate actually goes up, upwards of around 250 calories. So this is a time when you don't want to maybe take on the new tasks. You maybe want to rest more. We also think that this is a time when it's okay to give in to a snack. You might actually experience a little bit more hunger. Progesterone in some people will actually be a relaxer or an anxiolytic. They might get better quality sleep during the luteal phase. But for individuals that are running low in progesterone, this is when they'll have the most marked symptoms of PMS or PMDD. This is where mood disturbances can occur. We can also see symptoms such as breast tenderness and breakouts.
Yes, we want to be more gentle with ourselves, I think, during this time in general. And just knowing that, you can kind of schedule your major tasks in that earlier timestamp and then save that luteal phase for, like, binge watching a Netflix show, or just, more walking, more yoga, more light activity in terms of exercise. A snack, like Ali mentioned, like these cocoa chia bliss balls would be a fabulous way to get that extra 250 calories. And hey, these have chocolate and they have nuts in them, so they're going to support magnesium that you're going to need during that menstrual cycle to prevent cramping.
Yes, I'd also focus on probiotics here. As we know, there are pH changes that occur in the vaginal canal as we're leading into that menstrual cycle, so especially towards the end of our luteal phase. Consuming probiotics could also serve as that nature's Prozac to help with any of those mood dips that can occur if we have irregular progesterone levels or aren't optimized in our progesterone expression. So I would lean into our Women's Flora probiotic, which actually has the 2 strains that support healthy vaginal flora. This can prevent yeast infections, which can often occur post-menstruation, and also even prevent things such as UTIs and BV, and can be very favorable even for cervical cells. So Women's Flora probiotic would be appropriate throughout the cycle, but especially we would think of a probiotic boost towards the end of our cycle in that luteal phase. And this is where you could sip on kombucha as well.
So we mentioned other unfavorable symptoms during this luteal phase, especially that tail end, could be the PMS and breast tenderness. Oftentimes we think of those as expression of estrogen dominance, which we have an entire video all about that if that sounds like you and these symptoms are like out of control, right? But this is a time we really want to rein in that estrogen a little bit, just provide some gentle detox support. So eating cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower can be fabulous tools. Flax seeds can also be great, incorporated into a smoothie to balance estrogen. And then our BroccoDetox is a great tool for anyone who does have known estrogen dominance or does have kind of rough PMS or other symptoms.
Absolutely. That BroccoDetox can even be something to consider if we have family history of breast cancer or ovarian cancer, as a way to get that sulforaphane to be an antioxidant boost, but also have that hormone harnessing effect. Now you have validity if you're noticing fluctuations in energy and appetite and even your social behaviors throughout your menstrual cycle. I hope this video is helpful for you to help you kind of calendar control by watching how your body fluctuates to ensure that you're setting up yourself for most success. And now you have some food as medicine and supplement strategies to help to even take it to the next level.
Go ahead and like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the Naturally Nourished YouTube channel so you never miss a thing. And go ahead and comment below on which tip you found most helpful for hacking your cycle. Like and subscribe to the Naturally Nourished, like this video, not just like the channel. And leave us a comment below on which of these tips you found most helpful and how you find hacking your cycle.
How you find hacking your cycle?
I don't know. How you find.
And if you're able to hack your cycle.